Yeah.
And I think that's you know, the only useless sexual experiences we have is the ones we don't grow from.
Yeah, you gotta be open to critique. Be open to the critique. Be open to knowing that wasn't that great, and how do you get better at it, and then actually care about getting better at it. You know, don't just be dismissive and be like, well, whatever, that's the best I can do, or
have some conviction about eating pussy. Like, I want to, you know, make sure she feels good. Because I know women do. We take pride in it. We take classes on it, watch videos on it, read books, and you know, we learn because that's something that we want to feel good about. It's like a accomplishment, you know, to be able to give good head.
Yeah.
And somebody said the pearl don't grow hair. I know the pearl don't grow hair. We're talking about long hair. We got long hair on the top, and it
will curl around.
It touches it, yeah. It'll touch her. It'll touch all up in the area. And
it
I
will
know
curl
because,
around.
like, one time I shaved and that thing was annoying. So.
And then sometimes, like, even like the inner labia can grow hair, like inside the labia on the sides.
Yeah, it's like longer.
Hair. Yeah,
it grows
like
hair on the top, along here.
Right, and that hair can get in there and rub against and cause friction, and that's
the best time actually to keep it natural, because when it's short, that's when it gets abrasive.
Right.
But yeah, nice. We just keep talking about coochie trimming. I'm just going through these.
And the men can manscape as well, because
manscaping is great. I appreciate a manscape. It's a two-way street. Or you know what I appreciate too is when like the pubic hair is like not like all knotted up. I like it when it's like groomed. Just like when you brush your beard, I like it when the pubic hair looks groomed. Is that weird? I don't care.
You like what you like.
But I'm like, oh, this looks
you
nice.
Like what you like. It's not weird. It's not weird.
Right? She said if that's the case, they might as well masturbate if they only want it for themselves. That's what I said. And that's really what sex is a lot of times is you lay there and you get masturbated in. Especially in those younger days, all that jackrabbit and shit. Like, just lay there and get fire pumped.
It happens quite often where basically that's what's going on.
That's what's going on.
You're a toy for masturbation. And that's crazy. That's why it always comes down to connection first. Connection over any technique. Connection over everything. Like that energetic connection.
Connection over technique for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about STDs. What about STDs? STDs specifically with oral? What do you mean? Because that's another thing.
Did you see that? Oh, I saw that. Okay. What about STDs? STDs with oral sex? Yeah, you can get STD for oral sex. Just the same way you can get STD from penetration. So that's the thing too, is I guess when you're dating, if you're out here dating casually and you're just having condom sex, the oral sex is something that, like, I feel from experience and from just talking a lot of women have still given oral sex, like, without the condoms, and have sex will not do anything, including use a dental dam. So you can use a dental dam. If you really want to eat pussy, like, you would make it work. But, you know what I mean? Like, if you really wanted to. So I think that with STIs, especially, anytime there's juices flowing, there's the risk. And we're not avoiding any juices when we don't do oral. We're still getting the contact with the fluids when we're having penetration. So I don't think that's like an excuse, unless you are, you know, afraid of getting STIs, and you shouldn't even be having penetration with the person, right?
Right.
So it's like, for me, it comes down to having that full experience. So engaging with people sexually that you can have a full experience with, which means knowing that they're clean, knowing that they, actually, I don't like to use the word clean, knowing that they're STI free, because clean and dirty, like, just because you have STI don't mean you're dirty. Just want to clear that up. Right. But yeah, so disease free and healthy on the inside. So their spirit is healthy. Their energy is positive and good for you. Like, that's what you need to engage in. But if we do otherwise, which a lot of times we do, there's risk. And some of those risks are emotional. Sometimes they're subconscious. You don't realize it until later on, and you realize you've interacted with all these toxic energies. But that's my concern, really, is having that full alignment with the people that I interact with, because you're exchanging energy. And then Tiago said, man, even if I think there's a chance I might get laid, I'll go to the bathroom to do a secondary wash, scrub down the machine. Thank you. And I appreciate some good hygiene. Like,
I'm
if
sure
you are fresh out the shower, you gonna get devoured. Like, that is how you really, open up to more sexual freedom. Starting off with a clean plate, right? And just allowing yourself to be honest, be vulnerable, and then going for it. You don't have to worry about like, ew, is this part nasty? Is it clean to do this part, but this part's nasty? Like, everywhere is up for pleasure. We're wired for pleasure all over our body. So I'm not gonna limit it to one hole. Somebody else said talk about STIs. So yeah, like you guys heard what I said. If you're worried about STIs, then why would you also have regular sex penetration with that person? So changing your standards to being with people that you can explore and have that full experience with, and get checked. Like, I just got checked. Get checked. It's not that hard. A lot of times it's free, and it's your health. It's worth the errand, right? You can even do it online right now. You can get a kit mailed in. So get tested, know your status, feel good about it, and then hook up with somebody that's done the same thing. Do it together with somebody. That was actually the lady last time I went. She was like, yeah, like you should come in here next time with your partner and you guys do it together, make it like a little date. I was like, that's a good idea. I'm gonna share that. So that's an idea too, you guys. We are no longer just going through the motions of sex. Like, if we want something, we can get it, which is if we want a full experience where we can eat, suck, fuck, all those things, then hook up with somebody like that. Create that environment for yourself with confidence, with communication. Like, we have those options. We're not limited to just like meeting people and then figuring out how it goes and going through the motions and wasting time and energy.
Yeah, because there's too much anxiety around engaging with other people, period. Especially when you're in this intimate space with someone, you don't want to have all of those considerations going on. So if that's something that's a real concern for you, just nip it in the bud. Get that conversation out of the way, and do what you have to do so you can feel comfortable moving forward. I think there's, with men in general, and this is maybe a bit off topic, but with men in general, there's like this over infatuation almost with a woman's history, and women don't generally do that same thing. In my experience, like, we don't get questioned about like, well, so how many women have you been with, and who were you with?
I got that question
in the last
that's so
year.
True.
And like
what's your body
but
count?
Men, right? What's your body? Come on, man. Like, we gotta get past that. Like, a woman's value does not go down with each sexual partner. Like, it's just not the case at all. Period.
Don't go down on any sexual partner, but also why are you penetrating any sexual partner? So it's being just very careless with your dick, and I think that's flashing your dick and your pussy. Everybody does it, right? Right. So we have to be more careful with it and more intentional, just as intentional as we would be with our mouths, because they are connected. Like, when you are sick, when you have upper respiratory infection, check your juices. I promise you they're going to be changed too. Same thing with the men. Your semen's going to taste different. Your pre-cum's going to taste different, because all these fluids are the same river. They flow the same path. So when you're not healthy in one way, you're not going to be healthy on, in the bottom chakras either. So I feel like that's a new standard that we should set for ourselves. And let's read some of this. If you aren't living your sexual truth with your partner, you're doomed to fail. Be completely honest in what you're into. Yes. That's honesty is the biggest thing. And it's a block in the throat chakra too. Have you guys ever had something to say and like you were ready to say it, like you wanted to say it, but it literally like felt locked up in your throat? Like, that's something that everybody experiences, especially during sex.